Hey guys, I'm Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Alright, so I was tagged to do the New York Times By the Book tag by Steve Donahue. So I'm going to do that today, but I'm actually reading the questions off of Marie Berg's channel. She was the one that originally came up with this, and I'll link both of those below the video. So if you want to check those out, go check those out. And I just did this book tag video like 2 seconds ago, and I didn't have enough space on my camera, so I had to redo it, so all my books are scattered all over the place now, so it may look very, very messy. Okay. PP is actually helping me do the video today, and he would like you to know, what, PP? What? Oh, he would like you to know that his favorite book is Hank the Cowdog, The Original Adventures of Hank the Cowdog by John R. Erickson. It's a Puffin book. So if you haven't read that and you have a dog, you better go out right now and get it, right, PP? That's right. Okay. Now, PP may join us for a little bit of this, but he doesn't do well. He has a little bit of ADD. So, all right. What book is on your nightstand right now? Okay, so, sorry, PP, but you have to leave us because I can't grab these books. All right. No books are on my nightstand right now because I don't read in bed. I read in this chair right over here at night with one of those little lamps. And the books that are on my bookshelf right now are The List by Siobhan Vivian. I actually kind of like talked this book down a little bit and I mispronounced the author's name, so I apologize. I'm about halfway through. It's really, really good. It totally turned around and I love this book now, so go get it. The next book I'm reading, and I actually wanted to finish this last night for, let me fix my hair, for the season finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. Congratulations, Bob, the drag queen. But I didn't finish it last night. I have like 60 pages left. It's Drag Team by Jeffrey Self. It is so good. It is so endearing. Go get it. The cover is gorgeous. I love it. It's just the coolest book. It's going to become a movie, so go see it before it comes a movie. I mean, they haven't said that yet, but I mean, you can tell. Anyway, it's so good. Okay, next question. What was the last truly great book you read? Okay, so I listened to tons and tons and tons of Audible. Like, constantly, I'm on Audible. Like, I think I'm, like, past the master level on there or something. And, so anyway, I listened to recently The Girl on the Train and The Girl in the Red Coat. Both of those books blew my socks off. What does my friend always say? Oh, mother of pearl. Anyway, those books were so good. Like, so sick and twisted. Never had any idea where they were going to go next. I mean, you have got to read these books. And they're real popular, so they're kind of getting, like, panned now, which I understand that, because sometimes, like, if a book gets real popular, I don't want to read it. But I am so glad I did. Okay, Girl on the Train is coming out as a movie in October. Listen to the audio version. It's 10 times better than the book, okay? I don't even know why, but it just is. But the most recent book that I read that is, like, such a great book, if you know me and you know anything about me, you know that my all-time favorite book and all-time favorite movie is To Kill a Mockingbird. So it makes doesn't seem out of the ordinary that my favorite last good book I read was Harper Lee's Ghost at a Watchman. Okay, this book is so incredible. I'm going to do a review on it. And I'm probably going to do it with my dog, Boo Radley. I have a dog named Boo Radley. That is how much I love To Kill a Mockingbird. Say hi, Boo Radley. He doesn't really like to wave. But anyway, I'm going to go do a review of this week because a lot of people have said some things that I don't agree on in reviews, but whatever, it's everybody's opinion. So I love this book. It was incredible. Go get it. And make sure you buy the copy because it's that good. Okay, number 3. If you could meet any writer, dead or alive, who would it want to be? Who would you want it to be, and what would you want to know? Well, probably Harper Lee. And I don't know, she was a recluse, so I don't know, sit and talk to her. I wouldn't want to go to church with her, might want to smoke a cigarette with her, I don't know. Anybody alive, well, as embarrassing as it is to say, David Levithan, because I think he's really a sexy writer, and I love everything that he's written. But number 1 on my list would be John Green. I live in Indianapolis, John Green lives in Indianapolis, and I would ask him to write a book with me. And I'm actually going to do a video later today called Never Too Old to Fanboy Over John Green. So, and it's kind of like some personal stories that are kind of funny. I think they're funny. So anyway, check that out later. Number 4, what books might we be surprised to find on your bookshelf? Okay, well, Steve, you would probably be surprised to find that I actually have a Debbie Macomber book on my bookshelf. And I think it's absolute dribble. I picked it up over Christmas. It's Dashing Through the Snow because I wanted kind of like a mystery book over Christmas to read. It was kind of romantic. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And I actually finished it like in February because I was just like, I have to finish this book. I have to finish it. Do you ever feel like that about a book? Like it's so bad, but you're like, I have to finish it. I paid $15 for this book. I'm going to finish it. You know, and he was like, oh, she's so nice, and blah, blah, blah. You can hear her laughter from across the room. I'm sure you can. I am sure she's a wonderful person. People love her books. Have at them. Read them all day long. It just ain't for me. So there you go. The other book that you would probably be surprised to find on my bookshelf, are Jackie Collins books. I love Jackie Collins. The very first book that I ever read is like adult book that I read when I was young was in 6th grade, and I read Lucky. I fell in love with Lucky. I wanted to be Lucky Santangelo. I can still remember her description: jet black hair, walking by the pool, the hotel in Vegas. Loved it. I read everything by her. Here she is. She just recently passed away. So sad. No more Jackie Collins books. My husband and I own a website where we interview celebrities, and a couple years ago we got to interview Jackie Collins. She was so genuine and authentic, and it was just like the coolest experience ever. So I'll always have that, I guess. You know, she can develop characters and weave a storyline like nobody's business. I know her stuff isn't for everybody, but you know, check one out. If you're gonna ever check out a book of hers and you just wanna try one, try Lucky. It is really good. Okay, next question. Oh, and the last book that you would probably find on my bookshelf that would surprise you is the most recent copy of Alcoholics Anonymous Basic Text. And I got sober when I was 22 years old, and I am 43, and I've been sober for 21 and a half years. And that's all I'll say, and you know why. Okay, so any questions about that, send me personal messages. Number 5, how do you organize your personal library? I don't, obviously, do you see? And my kitchen has stacks and stacks and stacks of books. When I was younger, my friend Jenny and I went to go visit her friend, her sister Beth in London, and we stayed in her apartment. And I remember that like Beth had like all these stacks of books like in her bedroom, and I thought it was like so cool. I was like, oh my God, she reads all these books, she's got stacks of books. Like she was so artsy and different, and I was like, she doesn't even know this story, so if she watches this video, she'll die. But I was like, oh my God, I want the stack. And so I've always just like stacked books around places. And so in my kitchen right now, I have like all these stacks of books. In my basement, I have like, anyway, books and books and books and books and books. I love when I watch these YouTuber channels where like the girls have the IKEA white bookshelves and they're like color coded and they're like gorgeous and beautiful, and they're like, oh, you know, let me pull out P.S. I love you, and they just like pull it out like that. Like that is not me. I have to like stand there forever and look like for a book, and then I have to go, you know, like, because it's so dusty. But anyway, that's how I do it. I do want to arrange those bookshelves, but whatever. Okay. What book have you always meant to read and haven't gotten around to it? Are you ever embarrassed? Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not embarrassed about not having read a book. I feel left out of the discussion, and you'll understand why. The one book and series I have never read is Harry Potter. And I just feel like everybody loves it and talks about it. I don't know really why I haven't ever got around to reading it. It's just always been, been a book before it that I wanted to read. So that's all I can say. I'm not embarrassed about not reading it, but everybody has, and everybody's seen the movie, so I feel kind of like I'm left out, you know? Number 7, disappointing, overrated, just not good. What book did you feel you were supposed to like but didn't? Okay. I'm gonna get a lot of boos for this one, but everybody told me to read the Twilight series, and I read the entire series, and it took me about 6 months. Not because the books are long, but because I couldn't get through them. I finally read Breaking Dawn, Are You Ready? In one afternoon. I literally was like this. Okay. Twilight, hated it, loved the movie. New Moon, loved the book, hated the movie. I mean, it went back and forth for me. It was really weird. I think the stories are really good. I think the writing is not great. It's just like not great character development. I know people are going to kill me for that. I just didn't like it. So I know people love it, and hey, whatever. And then, what's the books that you didn't like or couldn't finish? Okay, Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. I really, really wanted to like this book. It's like Lord of the Flies, but Beauty Queens. I could not get through it. It's really cute and told really cute, but like it just isn't developed. It just doesn't go anywhere. And then No Safety in Numbers by Dana Lawrence. Okay, I was so excited to read this book. It's like a series about like the end of the world, and my dogs are going crazy now. The end of they all want to be stars. I mean, don't we all want to be stars? They all want to be stars and be on this. Boo Radley, you can't always be a star. Oh, yep. Come on. Oh. He said, Daddy, I want to be a star. Tucker wants to be a star too. Okay. Anyway, I couldn't finish this book. They're stuck in the mall, probably still. I don't know. I was thinking Dawn of the Dead, but for teenagers, but it never happened, and didn't go there. Purse first. Okay. And that is it. what kind of stories are you drawn to and do you stay clear of? Well, I used to stay clear of like science fiction and fantasy, but I'm going to start reading that. So any suggestions, put it in the comments below. I love young adult stuff. I understand that's not a genre, it's just who it's directed towards. I love like really creative books, mysteries especially, like The Girl on the Train, blah, blah, blah. Those kinds of things are kind of like you don't expect them to go there. I like LGBT young adult fiction, like David Levithan, but it has to be well done, okay? I'll read just about anything as long as somebody says, oh my God, you have to read this book. Number 8, what kind oh, that was it. Number 9, if you could require the president to read any one book, what would it be? Okay, well, if I could give President Obama any book to read, what I would tell him to read is A Fish Out of Water. Ooh, little fish on the back. Which is about a little goldfish that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he can't fit into the fish tank anymore. You figure that one out for yourself. If it becomes Hillary Clinton, the book I would recommend for her to read is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. 10 things nobody told you about being creative. So there you go, Hillary. And then if it's Donald Trump, what I would suggest to him to read is number 1, The Great Gatsby. And I don't think that takes a genius to figure out. And also David Levithan's Boy Meets Boy, just because I would love to see Donald Trump have to read this book in the Oval Office. Number 10, what do you plan to read next? And that's real easy for me. Well, actually, last night I bought Rainy Nightingale by Kate DiCamillo. This book looks so fantastic. 3 Girls, One Summer, A Friendship That Changed Our Lives, and it's about a beauty pageant. I love beauty pageants. I mean, love beauty pageants. So I'm so excited about reading this book. But the next book that I'm going to read is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I think it's time. I think Boo Radley thinks it's time. My dog's like reading hour, so we may even read this out loud. I don't know. Where are you going, Boo Boo? Okay. Say goodbye, Boo. So that's it for now. Please comment below any book recommendations that you have, and stay tuned because later today I'm going to post a video about you're never too old to fanboy or fangirl over your favorite author. So, bye guys.